there's one segment which really is completely packed up with rivals, which really has a lot of very high quality cars and very competitively packed segment, and that segment is undoubtedly the mid-size. No, it's the compact SUV segment. Yes, the compact SUV segment has cars like the Fronx, the Brezza, the Nexon, even the Punch, as well as the Extra identify with that segment. And of course, you also get the Venue, as well as the XUV 400, not the XUV 400, but the XUV 300 is there as well, because the 400 is in the electric segment. But this is one car which, when it was launched, its earlier avatar in 2020, was really the favorite, the hot favorite at that time. And the reason was simple. It was packed to the brims, packed to the rafters with features, and of course also had very sharp looks. Now, when I did review the car in 2020, I said that this is the only car you need in the compact SUV segment. In fact, it's the only car you should have if you only have a one-car family. But does that statement hold true in this day and age in 2024, or has the competition moved the game up a notch? I'll tell you all the details about the Kia Sonet, the new updated version, and I'll tell you about the interiors, the exteriors, and also tell you at the end of the video why you should consider buying this car, or maybe you should consider buying a Fronx or a Brezza, or maybe the Nexon or the Venue instead. My name is Ashish Masih. If you come to the channel for the first time, then please like, share and subscribe. Well, so what is Budmo? Well, I'm sure by now all of you are aware that Budmo are the online expert when it comes to spare parts. And the best point is that they have the spare parts for all vehicles available in India. So even if your car is out of production now, maybe you have a last generation model, even then they have the spare part available. They have the entire catalog. And the best point is that they have the same spare part from a host of different component makers, which gives you great flexibility in the pricing overall. So check them out today. Check out the app. It's available both for iOS as well as Android devices. And also check out the website for the latest schemes as well as offers. Well, so inside the cabin now of the new Kia Sonet. This particular version is the X line. And what is the difference between this one and the others? Well, not too much. There's no beige over it. It's all dark and all grey, and even the seats are grey with a little bit of stitching of red in the middle, and of course even on the steering wheel. So that ways, that's the only major difference. Now, in terms of the equipment, the Sonet has always been the best car in its segment, and this one is really one level up. The game on this car is one level up in terms of the equipment. You get ADAS level 1, which means that you get camera based ADAS all across the cameras are there, and you get a lot of features and functions. For example, you get lane keep assist, and you also get lane departure warning and stuff like that. And of course, adaptive cruise control is also present on this car. You also get a very big touchscreen, 10-inch touchscreen, which really is fantastic. We've seen this particular one on other cars in the Kia and Hyundai range, and of course it's really slick to operate. Very nice menus, sub-menus. I think Hyundai and Kia make the best touchscreen in the business in terms of the way they look and the way they operate. Completely digital dials, and of course the design and the look of the design, the dials changes when you of course suppress the drive modes here. So in case you choose the sporty mode or you want to choose the economy mode, it changes. You also get different traction modes, and of course cool front seats. Now, Kia were the first ones to offer cool front seats on any compact SUV with this car, and this one has it. AC, which is automatic, and of course other controls are placed over here right in your line of sight, so you don't really have to take your eyes off the road too much. The Bose sound system offers you very good quality, and of course the steering wheel also is very nice to grip. It adjusts for rake but not for reach, but that's quite okay because the seats are electrically adjustable, so it's quite easy to find a nice and comfortable driving position. Now, some people who are not very tall, who are around 5'5" or maybe 5'6", might find this protruding part over here a little bit annoying, but for taller people about 5'10" or maybe 5'11", it's quite okay. You can easily see across this protruding part, and you can easily see the edge of the bonnet, so it's not really a big issue. The quality really is fantastic, absolutely first-rate quality. Top of the dashboard or the door panel, really a fantastic. Automatic headlamps as well, tire pressure monitors, and you name it, this car really has the feature. Now, another very good thing about the Sonet is that you can download the Kia Connect app, and you can use that app with a lot of stuff. You can see where your car's parked, you can see how much fuel is left, you can also start it, you can also do a lot of other stuff, and the cameras also on the car, you can of course see on your mobile phone where it's parked and what the other cars are doing around you in the parking lot. So that's also a very fancy feature you can do from the comfort of your home or your office. Seat comfort, it is generally quite good, and the seat support is quite nice. Couple of beverage holders here, wireless charger here, USB type C and the old school, and 12-volt charging point, and a big box where you can keep your odds and ends like your cell phone as well as your wallet. So the Kia Sonet remains the best car in terms of features, comfort, as well as luxury. When it comes to the front end of the cabin, I'll give it a strong score of 10 out of 10. Now let's jump in the back and see how good that really is. Well, it's on the back seat now of the Kia Sonet, and I have to say that in isolation, the space here is just about okay. It's quite adequate. But when you compare it with rivals like the Nexon, the Brezza, and also the Venue, space really is at a premium. Headroom is quite okay, but knee room really is at a premium. The good point is that the front seats have been raised up, so you can keep your feet there. But even then, you will feel that the space here is quite limited. On the plus side, you get a AQI meter with an air purifier. You also get AC vents, which all other cars get, and two USB Type-C, and of course you also get this fold or curtain or whatever you want to call it for those long distance journeys. The back rest though has been, it's slightly on the inclined side. It's sitting like this. It should have been a little more reclined, but I guess overall you do get a big boot, so that is a bit of a saving grace. But really, in terms of the knee room, it is behind par its other rivals. I'll give it a score of only 7 out of 10. Well, so the big question is, how is the Kia Sonet to drive? And I have the answer for you, and that is exactly like the older version of the car, the last gen version of the car. The reason, of course, is that all three engines, the 1.2 petrol, the 1 litre turbocharged petrol, and of course the 1.5 diesel, are exactly the same and in the same state of tune. So it doesn't really matter which one you choose. You can choose any one of these three, and they're all pretty nice to drive. The diesel that we're driving today on this particular X-Line version is nice and smooth and pretty refined. It's the same diesel engine which does duty on the Hyundai Venue as well, but the characteristics of these two cars is really as different as chalk and cheese. And now the Venue is tuned more for comfort and does offer better overall cushioning from the suspension, but the Sonet is tuned more for fun and thrill seekers, people who enjoy a keener car in terms of driving and handling. Yes, the suspension is slightly tighter, which means that some of those badly made rumble strips and some of the suspension joints can filter into the cabin, some of them, not all. But in terms of the driving pleasure, the steering wheel has better weight. It feels a little more livelier than the Venues, and of course the driving experience also offers a little more engagement. The diesel engine, like the typical diesel engine motors of Hyundai Kia cars, suffers from a little bit of turbo lag just below 1500 RPM, but after that, all the way up to 4000 RPM, it has bucket loads of performance. The mid-range in particular is very strong, but of course once you do cross that 4000 mark, there isn't much available in terms of outright torque as well as outright power. So it's best to keep it between 2000 and 4000 RPM by using the manual gearbox, or of course you can also choose the torque converter automatic, which we are driving at the moment. And I have to say that with the paddle shifters, this really is a very good gearbox. The shifts both up as well as down really are phenomenal. And of course, if you drive it in full automatic mode, even then this car doesn't have any kind of lagginess in the gearbox. It really is a quick responding gearbox. And with that, I think that the overall score sheet for the driving performance of this car should be a very respectable 91 out of 100. It really is a very good car for key drivers. If you have driven the Ford EcoSport and missed that car, then this car comes very close in terms of the dynamics to the Ford EcoSport. I think it's the best car in terms of handling as well as offering an exhilarating driving experience. Now, if you want to watch my video with the turbo engine and the automatic gearbox version, then please do subscribe to this channel, because I will be putting that video up soon live. And of course, if you want to watch the videos of its rivals like the Venue, the Brezza, and all the other cars in the segment, then we'll put up the videos in the link over there as well. So do check them out. Now let me stop the car and give you a definitive verdict about the Kia Sonet, especially the X-Line diesel version that we drove today.